Just respond to a given situation. There is a spontaneous response. If the ceiling is going to fall, there is a spontaneous response that nobody will be there in this auditorium. Even if I am going to scream and shout about Miasm, nobody will be bothered to listen. First run. Are you there? Yeah? This is the...
What is the answer to the whole scheme? To know the answer. The answer. To know. The answer stands as human form. There is no answer. There is none at all.
So you saw the to help. This is the coping mechanism in a situation where he is fallen into water. The drowning is just a situation, but the coping is to scream and shout for help. Are you getting? This is the coping mechanism. And the situation is what? Drowning. Right? So situation is different and the coping is different. Are you understanding this clearly? Yes? So don't confuse that.
You see, if I...
You saw that? This is how we have to understand how each one in a given situation, the way, the depth of desperation. So miasm is nothing else but the level of desperation or the depth of desperation or how desperate you are to get out or to cope from that given situation. Are you understanding this? Is this clear, sealed? We will come to that. We are coming all we are coming. One after the whole topic is only that. Yeah? Do your best. You have to really do your best at that particular point of time. For what? For in order to survive. Then it will be plant survival or animal survival or a mineral survival. The coping up mechanism has to be there, barring whether it's a plant or an animal or a mineral. Right? Next. Situation. Now in the previous video, if that would have been a cat now, after a few days, and the same situation of running as if there is a lion, then that means you have not coped up with that situation which has happened and gone. You still feel that it is yet a lion only. Are you getting? That means you are not forgotten. That means you are still carrying that impression. That means it has created some sort of a stress in you. That means it has touched your sensation somewhere. That means now you are no more healthy. Healthy would be that situation has come, it has gone, you have forgotten, you have overcome it, you have coped with it, and you are now moving with life, whatever is happening. But if you still feel, if today a cat comes, and if they still feel that it is like a lion and start running, that means something is wrong with them. Yes or no? Yes. Next. And the survival mechanism is inappropriate to the situation. He is acting out of a delusional world, perception of a situation that does not exist in the present moment. He is still under the delusion that it is yet a lion only. Even though it is a cat that is running, they are running as if it is a lion that has come behind them. And they are running so desperately that I am now going to be killed. Right? Next. The survival response that an individual chooses depends on both his perception of the external situation, his outward situation, whatever, the cat or the lion or any mother-in-law or father-in-law or anybody for that matter, that is one, and how he perceives his internal capacity. Whether am I surviving as an animal, or am I sensitive to injury as a plant, or is it that I do not have a support like a mineral? Are you understanding this? To that given situation of a cat or a lion that is running behind. Are you there? Are you understanding this? So it can be from any version, whatever the external situation can be. What way does he perceive himself? Is it that I do not have that capacity and capability like that of a mineral? Or is it that I am now victimized like that of an animal? Or is it that now I am sensitive to be injured? Or that I will be numbing myself? Or I will be cold, clammy and having no sense like that of a plant? Right? This is what is going to be his internal perception. And that perception will give us an idea which kingdom does he belong. And how he copes up with that particular kingdom, with that particular essence of that kingdom that he senses, gives us the Maya. Are you there? Yes? Okay. How much or how intensely or how acutely or chronically, how deeply or desperately the situation is perceived to be. This is the miasm. The miasm is nothing else but a measurement. It's a measurement of that coping. That coping measurement has these aspects. How much am I to cope? How intense is my coping? How acutely or how chronically am I coping? How deeply or how desperately am I coping? All these are important aspects. And then when you understand all these aspects together, you will understand one of those 10 miasms that are there, that this person belongs to this particular miasm. Are you there? Are you understanding? Yes. When you see this video, when you take the CDs, when you see this video, you repeatedly watch, forward it again, and think what is happening. I can give you a summary of the whole thing. But when you have to make a situation in your mind and see what is happening, then you'll understand the topic much better. Is that okay? Yeah, because if I keep on giving example, we will never finish this. Right? But the idea here is, how much is that person desperate to cope? How intensely is he coping? How acutely or chronically, and how deeply is he coping is the entire parameter or a measure of that particular acute till syphilitic, which one is he belonging to? Right?